Hey friends, today we're going to talk about best practices for your social media videos. You do not have to be a professional videographer. You do not have to have fancy cameras to do quality videos for your social media ministry. And I know that many of you are reluctant to put yourselves on camera, but you can do that too. Let's talk about some of our best practices for making videos for social media ministry. Some of these are common sense, but like so many things that are common sense, sometimes we just need reminders. And sometimes there are things that are really simple, but we don't know to do them if we just don't know about them. So, here are 10 things for you to think about, and a couple more, when you are making videos for your social media ministry. Okay, the basics. And again, this seems like a no brainer, but I can't tell you how many videos have been ruined because people didn't do these things. Make sure your phone is charged, make sure you have enough storage space, put your phone on airplane mode, and make sure your lens is clean. Now, obviously, you want your phone fully charged so that it doesn't run out of battery while you're filming. You don't want to run out of storage space because if you do, your video will just stop in the middle. You definitely want your phone on airplane mode so no incoming calls will interrupt your videoing process. And you want to make sure the lens of your phone is clean. And here is why. Do you ever get those streaky lights in your videos or in your photos? That's why. That's all it is your lens is dirty. Oh my gosh, what a simple fix that is. So, streaky lights, clean that lens, it'll clear it right up. So, that's what you start with, just those basics. Now, lighting. Use natural light whenever you can. You want to avoid backlighting. That's where the light is coming in from behind you because it will block out your face. It will be distracting. You just don't want backlighting. A photographer can give you more technical reasons for that, but you don't want backlighting. You want to make sure your face is well lit and no part of your face is in shadow. And then, if you don't have good natural light, the most accessible thing and the most inexpensive and accessible is just a simple ring light. Later, if you want, you can invest in fancier lighting, but if you're just getting started, and quite frankly, I really haven't moved beyond much more than a ring light. That can do all that you need it to do. So again, here is me without the ring light, and here is me with the ring light. You can see how much easier it is to see my face, how much brighter the picture is, and how much more engaging. So you just want good lighting. It makes your videos and your pictures so much better. Now, your audio. Again, you do not need fancy microphones. You want to eliminate the background noise. I am right now filming in my apartment in New York City, and sometimes the background noise can't be helped. But in general, cut down on the background noise. Check for sound quality. There is literally a place in my apartment, and my apartment is not that big, where if I record there, the sound just echoes. It sounds like I am talking to you from inside a hole. So check for the sound quality. Some places are better than others, and choose the ones where the sound really comes through well. And then, if you are outdoors or you don't have a voice that carries, you might consider an external mic so that your voice goes directly into the video and can be heard clearly. And of course, you want to speak clearly, obviously. I don't know how many of you I have to tell that to, especially those of you who are preachers and teachers. You've probably got that one down. So you do want to keep your camera steady. You don't want it bobbing around a lot when you're trying to share something with somebody. Now, one of the things you can do, especially when you are filming not yourself but outward, is to hold your camera with both hands. And you can see all of me, but hold your elbows into your side, hold your camera with both hands. And that will help you keep things really steady, much more steady than if you were holding it with just one hand. So that is an easy way to do it. And then, of course, you can get a tripod. I highly recommend a tripod so that your phone stays steady. And then if you want to get fancy and you do a lot of motion where you are walking and talking or walking and showing scenery, you might invest in a stabilizer or a gimbal. But honestly, the most important thing is to keep your phone as steady as possible so that you don't have the bobbing that can be so distracting when watching a video. Okay, if you are a fancy photographer type person, you're going to know that you can customize settings based on what you are filming and what you are taking pictures of, and you know what to do. But the best default settings for your phone camera, and I use an iPhone, but I believe that these settings are transferable to other kinds of phones as well, is to go into your camera and look at your video, and you want to choose 4K at 30 FPS. That is the ideal setting in general for. And then perhaps the most important is to lock your white balance. I can't get into all the technical stuff about white balance because I don't understand it, but I do know when we lock our white balance, it ensures that our colors that we are picking up stay true no matter what the lighting situation. That's what locking white balance does. I don't know if you've ever made some videos where everything seems a little yellowy or kind of sepia toned and you're not sure why. Lock your white balance and you will avoid that. And then get oriented. Ideally, shoot your videos for Facebook and for YouTube in landscape. Landscape is this way, horizontally. And then shoot your videos for TikToks and Reels vertically or portrait. If you want to use the same content in different formats, what you're going to want to do is give yourself room to crop and edit when filming. So think about what you're using the video for, and that will influence how you orient your phone camera in order to take the video. Okay, when you are doing a talking head video, avoid notes. You do not want a video where you're talking, and looking down, and talking and looking down. You may have a great technique for that when you're giving a sermon, but when you're making a video, especially a short form video, that can be really distracting. So if you can, one of the things you can do is do your video in sections. You can just do short sections and then you can edit them together so that you don't have to keep a lot of information in your head at any given time. Or you can use a teleprompter app so that it might look like having your phone in front of you taping, and behind you or below your phone or above your phone is an iPad or some other device that has a teleprompter app and is scrolling what you want to say. Find a way to deliver your talking head videos in a way that requires you to use no notes. That just does not come off well in videos. Your background. Okay, there's no one right answer here. It doesn't have to be solid, but it can be. You don't want to do green screens in anything other than like a TikTok or a reel. Any kind of long form video that can get a little odd and weird, and I would just avoid it. Make sure there's nothing too distracting in your background. You don't want people trying to figure out what something behind you is instead of listening to you. And then one of the things that I don't personally do all the time, but I have found really effective with other pastor creators, is they almost always film their videos with the same background behind them. And what that does, it gives me immediate recognition of who they are and what they're about to tell me. So that is something to consider, that when you make your videos, especially certain type of videos, maybe you have a series or you have an idea of something you do every week, choose to do that in front of the same background every time. And it's a great visual cue for people to tune in and to know what is coming, and they want to hear what you have to say. Okay, look good, feel better. Do not obsess about how you look on camera. You look great. None of us really like the way we look on camera, but you just kind of have to get over yourself. But do wear clothes that you feel good in and comfortable in. Don't try to dress to impress in clothes that make you feel uncomfortable or not like yourself. So avoid like really busy prints or things that are too bright or super chunky jewelry or anything that is going to distract people from you and what you're saying. Wear things that are comfortable, that are easy to wear, that make you feel good, that aren't too distracting. But also, I wouldn't worry about it all that much. Please do not obsess about what you're going to wear or even how you look on camera. You look great. So we have wonderful editing features where we can improve the lighting. We can improve the look of our faces even, but oh my gosh, please don't overdo it. It can get really scary and it just looks ridiculous. So the first photo, I did a little bit of editing to brighten up. My face looked a little dark and dull, so I brightened my face a little bit. On the second one, I went a little too far, and I can't tell you how many videos I see where people have gone a little too far. So take advantage of these modern editing techniques that we have at our fingertips, but moderation, please. So you have heard me say this. If you follow me at all, Do not post videos without any captions. First of all, that is an issue of accessibility for people who have hearing issues, but you will also miss a number of potential viewers. Studies show that between 60 and 80% of people who watch videos on their phone do so without the sound. So if you are not captioning your videos, you are missing out on a large chunk of your potential audience. Okay, so now that we've gone over the basics, here are a few extras. I cannot tell you how many pastors, especially, I have talked to who don't get videos made because they can't get them just right. And they're worried they're not going to be perfect. They're worried it's not going to hit right. It's not going to go viral. Done is always better than perfect. Use these practices. Don't worry about getting everyone right every time. Good lighting, clear sound, get those videos out. Done is better than perfect. Don't worry about perfection. All the videos that people are going to be seeing, almost all of the videos that people will be seeing on their social media platforms are done by amateurs just like you. So don't worry, done is better than perfect. Here is another tip. Do not practice the pause when you are making short form videos. It is the difference between this. Hi, I'm Anne, and I'd like to tell you about, and this. Hi, I'm Anne, and I'd like to tell you about. You want to start talking the minute people scroll to your video. Do not practice the pause. The pause is so beneficial in so many areas of life, not when you're making videos for ministry. Don't forget everything you can do with Canva. Canva has a number of stock videos. Your ministry videos do not have to always be you or someone else talking. Some of the easiest and often most effective videos you can make are made by using stock footage and overlaying them with text and music. And you can put your message up as a video on TikTok, on Instagram, on Facebook, and reach people with that message without you ever putting your face in front of a camera. So those are some of our best practices. Again, use these practices, put them to work. They will help improve your videos, but most importantly, make the videos, y'all. Go ahead, shoot the videos, edit the videos, post the videos. People are looking at video content more and more, and it is one of the best ways we have to get the message of the good news out in ways that people can hear it and respond to it. So start making those videos, folks. No more excuses. You know how to do it. You're going to do it well, and you look great on camera.